Hello, this is Lally. Today I have a project. This is for the 12 paper clips of 2019 challenge, and also for a playing card journal that I'm making. So I wanted to make a paper clip, and this is a hidden paper clip. In other words, you don't see the paper clip from either side. Okay, and so this is what it looks like. And I made the front longer so that you can just clip it onto the back without having to look and see, how you're fixing it on there. Have a charm here. I will give you a link to the video that inspired me, but also know that I have been doing hidden paper clips. I think what I picked up from her video was leaving the paper clip sticking out, which I really like, to add this charm there. And this is just a pony bead because I wanted a red heart to go with this. So what you need to do, and I will show you this, I have this little mini deck of playing cards. I think I may have gotten them from Amazon. They're 1.5 by 2, I think. So you need to pick out 2 playing cards that you want to work with, and these are all over the place. So let's do an ace this time. Let's do ace and 2. Okay, and you also need your paper clip. I'm using the 2-inch paper clips. You want it to be nice and flat instead of one of the ones that's kind of wonky. That's pretty good. And you need to cut also 2 pieces of cardstock that match the size of your card, especially in length. That is important to me, to have this the same length. Otherwise, when I go to insert this on, if the cardstock is not the same length of the card, it's going to get caught in there, and I don't want that to happen. So you can use a corner rounder. I don't have a corner rounder that's that tiny, I don't think. So I end up just using scissors and trimming that away a little bit. Okay, and do that for the other one too. Sorry about the gloves, but I burned myself. I'm always telling you in my videos how clumsy I am. Well, I burned myself, and it's not very attractive. So I thought I would just kind of cover up the healing aspect right now. Okay, here we go. So I'm also going to need some tape. I've used liquid glue for this one, and I really think I want to use tape. And also you need some permanent glue. Let's use the first thing I'm going to do is to put the paper clip on these. Okay, I'm measuring the distance. So you can see that this paper clip is pretty long, but I am going to pull it out a little bit like this. Okay, I do want the paper to have good glue around the edge of the paper clip, and the back side is a little shorter, which is handy. I want the longer side in the front. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put tape around the sides here. Let's get that burnished. Okay, so I'm going to peel this off, then I'm going to put this is what's going to stick the cardstock to the card, but I'm also going to add some of the Better Ultimate adhesive because I'm using a paper clip. And since we're using metal, I need that. I'm also going to add that right here. Like where the paper clip would go. And a little shorter in the back. Okay. This is the fiddly part. I'm going to put the dry sides of these together and slide the paper clip down over this with the long end in front, like that. And I'm leaving some hanging out so I can add the charm to it. All right, now I'm going to hold on to this, and I'm going to add more of this glue on top of the paper clip, so the paper clip is also adhered well to the card, and I'm adding a little bit of glue underneath the paper clip because I don't have any adhesive there. There we go. And again, the long side is where I want the majority of my card to be showing here. I mean, the important front of the card. If you ever get better ultimate adhesive on your skin, you just take a little rag with some vegetable oil on it, and it wipes it right off. Okay, so I'm going to put this on there to really give it a good adherence while the Better Ultimate Adhesive is setting up. Oh, I just now noticed, I was like, I hope I got the card facing upright. Okay, I'm going to let that set for about 20 minutes before I go and play with it, and we will be right back. Okay, that's been a good while there. So we just take this off, and now in order to have the front end be a slightly longer than the back, I just want to come in here with my scissors and trim the back end off a little bit. I could have done this before I assembled the cards, and you can definitely do that if you want, but I have found that for me it was easier to assemble them if they were all the same length. So that's that. And so now let's grab that card. You see, that snaps right on there. So now all I have to do is work on the charm. Now I did this one on a little tiny ball chain. I've had people ask me what that is called. It's called a ball chain, but you could always use these, which are the garment pins, the gourd pins, the pear-shaped pins. There's all kinds of names for them. Okay, so I have this, which is a heart-shaped pony bead, and in my stash I also have some other beads. And this is just from an old necklace that I tore apart. I got the black one. And I also need one of these little white pearls. Okay, I have a small one here. It looks a lot smaller than this one, but I'm just going to go with it. So I need a head pin or an eye pin. Now, a head pin just has a flat silver end on it. An eye pin like this has a loop at the end, and the purpose of that is you can also dangle something else off the bottom. I don't know that I want to, and since right now these are the only ones I have, I'm going to use them. So I'm going to thread the black, the heart, and then my little pearl. Okay, I'm going to push them all the way down to the bottom, and I'm going to snip off, let's see, probably only going to leave about 3/4 of an inch maybe. There we go. And I like to use my needle nose pliers to turn this. I turn it at a 90-degree angle, and then I use these round nose pliers to grab the very end and loop it over like that. And pretty easy. I think I may have twisted it sideways, so I'm just going to straighten that up. And then the only thing you would need is to use like a garment pin, hook it in there, and hook it in there. And that is so much easier than the chain. But the chain, the benefit of the chain is you can see the chain will flop completely flat against here. And this could too if we put like, oh, let's do this for instance. Let's get a split ring here. So there we go. And hook that through here. And this will give it the ability to be floppy. There we go. Very, very fun. And so you can use mini cards, but if you don't have mini cards, you can do this with any front that you want. You could use cardstock, you know, so you're not limited to using this with plain cards. So you just need cardstock for the inside and cardstock for the outside. And you can embellish this however you want. But seeing as I'm making these as playing cards, I didn't really want to put extra embellishments on there, but it'd still be really cute. You know, just be careful that anything you do, you're not going to interfere with the ability of the paper clip to open and shut and seal onto your surface here. And there they are. Thank you so much for watching. Look below, I have some links. And I will give you the link to Paperclip Art Group and also to the jumbo playing card journal I'm making.